Rescue, Data and Repair. My name is still Dr. Ben, and today I got something interesting for you. Xiaomi Mi Note 10 Lite came in for data recovery, and the thing is that the device was boot looping. It was going to another company, the customer gave it to another company, and they already tried to reball the CPU, gave it back to the customer, doesn't work anymore at all. So what do we need to do in this situation is to check, can we revive the board by doing a proper reball of the CPU and seeing if the device wants to boot again, and then was it really a CPU issue? So the first thing we check on these generations is always just a little heating up the CPU to see if it wants to boot again. If it doesn't boot again, we can be sure that is not a CPU issue. So, and another thing is, if the device loops and goes to the boot menu at a time, it's a completely different issue. But the customer said it was only boot looping and it hadn't an issue like going to this menu. So for the first step, it could be a CPU issue, but I don't know in this situation. Actually, the board is heating up, it isn't booting anymore at all, and we need a working device to extract it. So after we did it, we have two situations. One situation, the device boots completely again, we can extract data and everything is fine, or the device is still boot looping, then we need to work with passware or another forensic software just to extract data out of this device. We directly go under the microscope and start with our work. So let's have a look how it looks like on the board. So okay, CPU was reballed. There is one cap missing here, little crack here on the chip. CPU not 100% straight. What about the UFS? We don't see bolts around, so that could be pretty fine. Let us just take out the CPU and have a look what they did and what we can do. I'm still waiting for my new microscope cam for use with my Xiaomi Gorilla microscope. I think it will need some more days. After that, we will check the camera and see if it makes a better work than this one. So I try to take out the CPU. Perhaps there are some bolts connected under it and it's just not a proper reball. So let's see. Okay, it's off. That's totally fine. Alexa, Absaugung an. I just activate my dust absorber and then we can have a look for getting this board in a better situation than it actually is. So we take off the solder and let's hope that the board wasn't overheated, that it will work fine after. But I don't know if the issue in original really was the CPU, and I hope that the CPU internally is okay and hasn't died by overheating it. But we only can do try and error here, so see if we can get it in a booting situation to then extract data out of this device. Okay, we clean the board and have a look. By the way, I hope that you are all fine, everything is good, and you will like the new videos here on the channel. Got so much love in the last videos, a lot of comments, a lot of people liking them videos, and I really want to give you a lot of new stuff within 2026. I didn't do videos on the English channel for a long time, and now we just continue what we began years before. So, okay, we need to get this CPU in a good condition. So we just need to clamp it here. I need to clean my tools like always. So we take off the solder. Like here, and then we just clean the CPU. Let's see, the surface is okay. There is some glue on it, but that's pretty fine. Let's see if we can take it away, but it isn't a must. It's okay like this. So now we just need to reball the CPU in a good way, so we could have a boot after. Alexa, Absaugung aus. We don't need the dust absorber on reballing the CPU. That's not necessary. So I already took that stencil before, so I have it here. And we can directly go on. I hope it's the right one. Should be, yes. 7150 Qualcomm. Da ist die Sendungslabel, rechtes Box 36 groß liegt das drin. A146F. Also das Sendungslabel ist auch schon angelegt. So, now we just need to add some solder paste here. Like this, pretty fine. Take tweezers, and now we just try to reball the CPU in a good way. So we don't need putting a class on it or whatever. If you look at social media, actually a lot of people are posting these class things which they add on parts to reball them. You need to remember that if you do it like that, the heat can't come out and you can destroy CPUs or UFS chips, whatever. I wouldn't do it in that way. It's better to act like this. Okay, and we are good to go. Just cleaning up, lifting the stencil, having a look if the CPU looks pretty okay. I think yes. Just adding some flux here. A little reflow, fine. Adding some more flux. And we should be in a good situation. And now we just sit the CPU back on the board. Let's having a look for the right orientation. It's fine like that. Place the CPU in the right way. Come on. Should be okay like this. And now we just heat up the CPU on the board. Pretty fine. And now we should get a boot again if the board is fine and the CPU is not shorted internally. I didn't do any measurements. Why? It can take a lot of time, and I just wanted to be sure that now the reball is fine, that the CPU sits fine on the board, it doesn't move anything at all. So that should be the best situation you can get. And now we just add this board. into the housing. It's still hot. So, like this here. Then we connect screen. We connect the cables we have. And then we just need to see if this one wants to boot again or not. So I push the board here and I hit the power button. And we see logo, what is pretty fine. So actually it's like we need to wait. I don't know if there is a personal image in the background. If it keeps boot looping, I will use forensic software. This model is supported by software forensical tools. So if it still loops, I can get it to the EDL mode and then dump the complete UFS storage chip. So whole user data and the code is known. Otherwise we could use a brute force variant, no problem at all. So still booting actually. I don't see a loop actually. It's actually really still just booting. But if we met the situation that we are in a boot loop, we will have a solution for that too. So I want to get this video to an end because I have to do a lot of other stuff. What I wanted to show you is done after reballing the CPU, sitting it back. It can take a time until it's booted completely. I will check that after, so I just separate the battery here now. So fast video for a Wednesday. I hope that you like it. If you want to see more, just hit me up, give me some comments. If you got any questions or needs, just give me a comment. And yeah, if you have a device which needs my help, you can go to our website, resq-repair.com. No matter if it is an Android device, iOS device, if you have a MacBook, a laptop, HDD, SSD, whatever, if you need your data, come to Dr. Ben, resq-repair.com. I'm out, and we see us with the next one.